Hey, nice to see you. How are you?
You're good. Making sure I'm recording. Okay. Ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Good,
Good to
cool.
see you.
So, welcome back to the Sawyer Viola Show, everybody. My next guest is Emily Harris. Question one, tell us a little bit about your journey and how it helped you get involved, cross paths with the disabilities community.
Yeah, hi, Sawyer. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for having me. I'm a fan of the podcast, and it's great to be here with you. So I am a senior training and TA manager with an organization called WISE, and we do consulting and training around getting people with disabilities into the workforce. And I've been with WISE for almost 11 years. And then I've been connected to work around employment equity in various ways since 2008. And my journey and connection to people with disabilities started as long as I guess, as long as I've been alive. I'm 40 years old, and so I've had a lifelong connection to people with disabilities just through having family members and friends. And my parents also worked in the field, and so I've known people with disabilities my whole life, and I've seen people thriving in lots of different settings,
That's
work,
awesome.
school, community. Yeah.
That's awesome. As a follow-up question, I guess a little bit. So are you a part owner of Wise or
No, I'm just a steadfast, passionate worker of WISE. And WISE has been around almost 40 years
no,
and doing consulting and training in the Northwest and beyond. Our hub is out of Washington in Tukwila, and then we have kind of outposts all over. I work from home in Portland, Oregon.
nice, nice. And like you said, it's just to clarify, it's kind of like a job coach agency to help.
Kind of. We do, the umbrella is employment,
Hmm.
and we do work in lots of different ways. So we're working with states to think about, how to get people with disabilities into the workforce. We work with agencies to support their like employment team to think about how do you negotiate and navigate jobs. We get to work with people directly through things like person-centered plans, and yeah, it's kind of all over the map and very specific around employment. So everything we're doing is really about getting people to the workforce, getting people money, and thinking about how work plays an important part in adult lives.
That's awesome. So cool. Yeah, yeah. So question two, what are you currently passionate about?
Oh, well, I'm like I am someone who always has like lots of overlapping passions and things that I'm excited about. Personally, I'm trying to get back into running on a regular basis, Sawyer. And I live in the Northwest, and I feel like if you're going to do any hobby, you have to be able to do it in the rain. So I'm like,
Yeah,
that's a personal thing. But I feel like being active helps my brain focus at work. Professionally, I am excited about leveraging and connecting with community in kind of a non-traditional sense and thinking about, well, in work, I think we go different routes. Where like, this is the route to get a job. You go and you apply for the position, or you look for the help wanted sign. That's kind of that we look at the open market. And I think communities are actively engaging with each other all the time. And so in work, I'm thinking about ways to leverage my own personal connections and look at ways that neighbors are helping each other and actively involved, and trying to do more of that in work.
nice, nice. So trying to find kind of like a good work balance, if you will, kind of like
Yeah, yeah. Or I know it works out here, so why have it be like this is work, this is community? It's all blended together. We
nice,
can borrow.
nice, nice. So question three, what are some of the obstacles you or the company face?
Yeah, so right now, I think there's a lot of unknown and unpredictability that's coming about in the world. I think just for lots of people in general. And so I think navigating, it's like change can always be an opportunity and a challenge where it's like, okay, how do we stay focused and stay committed to our values and committed to the things we're working on within the changing landscape? Um, I think just in general, like day-to-day challenges too, where you're like I think about people with disabilities are still, historically so much like, have a significant lower employment rate compared to peers who don't have disabilities. And I feel like that's kind of a baseline challenge that we're all like, okay, how do we shift and change or adjust this to make sure there's more opportunity and access? And then I guess challenge on a regular basis where it's always an opportunity to shift and grow, but really staying focused and staying guided on like what are we trying to do? And that's to help get more people into the workforce.
Kind of as a follow-up question, what when you talk about getting people in the workforce, what do you think needs to sort of not say change, but kind of change to help make the workforce and more of an inclusion place?
Yeah. And Sawyer, I'm like, I wanna ask you follow-up questions too, because I'm like, I would love to have a conversation and hear your thoughts on this too. I think that back to the thing I was saying earlier about communities, I really do believe that it's like people with disabilities are us, they're our friends, they're our neighbors, they're our family members, they're people we love, they're people we know. And I think if people leaned into that more and the way that they navigated being a worker themselves and a contributor themselves, they would like they'd get to the place faster that their neighbors should work, their friends should work, their siblings should work, the people they love and care about should work. And I think that's, I guess, easier for many people to think about than what would it look like to hire someone. I also think sharing more stories about how valuable work is and how, people have the capacity to do all sorts of things
Hmm.
and thrive in so many different ways. And I think sharing those stories helps people understand that it's not like us and them or it's different. It's like, oh, I'm a employer who wants to hire people. I have a need, and here's an untapped or could be tapped more workforce that's qualified and skilled and available to work. And so I think sometimes the way people think about what disability is or what work can look like is our own perception that we know from our experience versus you and I, and hopefully people that are listening to this also know that work can look a lot of different ways. And in order for it to work for everyone,
Hmm.
it has to be the right match for all of us.
Nice, nice. That's so awesome. Um, so question four kind of ties into this too, but if you could change, if you had a magic wand and you were queen for the day or you were the president for the day, you could change anything, what would it be?
Oh, so where again, back to like, if you could just change one thing, I'm like, well, I'd change a lot of things. And I don't envy being a president. But if I could change, gosh, I'd make it so people, like everyone had their needs met. Just like, boom, we people have food and resources and places to live and comfort. And uh, I think all of that helps with health and thriving. And I would balance it where it's like, oh yeah, people could live comfortably. And that looks, what that looks like for people can vary, but they have the resources and the things that they need to not only survive, but thrive comfortably.
Nice, nice. If people want to check out Wise or if they want to get in touch with you guys, where should people go for more information?
Yeah, so we're at www.gowise, GOWISE.org. It's like pop up on the bottom. And there's a lot of cool things that we offer. We have a weekly free webinar that people can check out. Anyone can pop in on Wednesdays. We have a range of qualified and skilled and amazing consultants and trainers in-house and that we partner with to do trainings and webinars. So those are free for anyone to attend anywhere in the world. And then we also have a learning center that we really built out during COVID because everyone was working from, or many people were working from home during that time. And our online, our consulting and training shifted to online. And so we really built out our learning center, and we continue to do that. And that is something where people can go in if you live in Washington State and you happen to be watching this. It's free for anyone in Washington State to access. But if you are beyond, you can get a 7-day free trial and go in and check out what we have going on in there. And if you're watching this, or if you are interviewing me, Sawyer, we also partner with people to do trainings and share their expertise and their experience as well. So,
Yes, and I will put the website down that you can just quickly click on it. Thank you so much. That's all the questions I have for today.
oh, thank you, Sawyer. I think it's so cool that you are doing this podcast. And I know you get to connect with so many people, and you yourself have a very important job that you do as well. So I'm
Yes,
glad
yes.
to be here. It's an honor, truly. And
Thank you so
I hope
much.
our paths continue to cross. Thank you.
Hopefully, yeah, yeah. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you. Talk to you soon, Sawyer.